Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Eating While Broke. I'm your host, Coline Witt, and today we have very special guests. Actor, comedian, writer, producer, Chris Spencer is in the building, along with his, I love that, along with his business partner, Sean Elliott from Elliott Brothers Presents. Comedy Block Party. I can't forget the Comedy Block Party.
Yes.
Thank you.
I've been to them. They're pretty amazing, full of energy. It's like a family. It literally feels like a block party, but it's very you can feel the love in the. It's not like your traditional comedy show. You feel like it's all family.
Correct.
But tell me what you guys were eating when you were broke.
Sean, you want to start?
We were eating our famous burnt bologna sandwich.
His
with
was
cheese.
burnt. Mine wasn't burnt.
I like everything well done.
Well, I like that Chris isn't burnt because he's cooking for us today.
Yes. So that's what's great about this. You get to pick what you want.
Yes.
He likes his burnt around the edges.
Yes.
I like mine medium well.
Medium well.
Yes.
So the ingredients are what for the
There's good old American singles slices. Pick a card. And then we got some good old fashioned bologna. I always wondered why they said bologna and it's really bologna. It's really Bolgna, if you think about it. And so we got this. I hope I don't die eating it.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
And here's what's fun. I never knew what was in it. Here we go. Chicken, pork, and beef added. Added to what? So that means this was something else. And then they said, you know what? Let's put some meat in there. So this is what we used to eat.
I have a feeling it's just the remains of whatever animals that were
See,
laying
you ain't
around.
got to say. Maybe,
Yeah, you should
maybe
say
y'all
that
just
part.
cook it and y'all eat it.
Nah. You know what? It's funny. I don't eat beef, so I'm taking one for team. I love how you were specific about the Wonder Bread.
Yes.
I wasn't too sure if they still made it, but
Yes.
they
You
still.
guys found Wonder Bread.
We
That's
found
beautiful.
it.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
And then you asked for Dorito and
Yes.
Kool-Aids.
Yes.
So you could go ahead and start. I feel like I'm back
This
in
is a
high school.
metrosexual Kool-Aid. That's what you know that. We wanted to see a pitcher
Correct.
and some water and a pound of sugar. That was the whole fun that. So I guess I'll get started in some capacity.
Yeah, get started.
We didn't have an electric stove when we were broke. I just want you to know that.
Okay. So take me back to what era is the
So
bologna sandwiches?
We grew up in Inglewood, California. And I once saw a map of LA and it kind of broke down Compton, Long Beach, and how everybody was situated. And it made me laugh because it said Inglewood was gangbangers with both parents. And so
it really said that?
That's what it said on the map.
Yeah.
It said
Oh, wow.
gangbangers with both parents. So we grew up in Inglewood, which was segregated by middle class, kind of upper middle class. And then we had an area called the Bottoms, which was anything you wanted, you could get in the Bottoms, from cocaine to firecrackers.
Yeah.
And so we all went to school together. We all, loved each other and didn't love each other. And that's just how we grew up, right? So you would think somebody who lived in what we would call the avenues where we lived might have been some punks. But no, because they had to prove something more to the people who lived in the Bottoms because you'd get tested, right?
Wow. So is this sandwich era from high school?
This is from high school. So, you come home, you want something to eat, right? You want something to eat, and, your mama ain't going to necessarily make you something to eat. So this comes from that era when you come home. And then also, after you move out of the house, your mama ain't cooking. You don't have money to necessarily buy something. So you get something like meat with added. You have you have a material with added meat. Here we go. Started to get hot. I'm glad you got butter.
Yeah, see, that's what Sean was saying you needed oil.
I
I thought it
used the
was
oil.
butter.
Oil's good. Oil's good, but butter's funnier.
Because I was still making it maybe 4 months ago. I get hungry and go to the grocery store, be like, I'm craving a bologna sandwich, and go get and make a bologna sandwich. Yeah.
Is it like a comfort meal for you now?
No, it just bring back some memories, and it was simple to cook.
Y'all do
5 minutes, you done.
Did
You
y'all
got
do
your
your
two
butter like
sandwiches.
this?
I do butter like that every day. I probably go through 10 sticks of butter a week.
Unsalted?
No, salted.
Oh, wow.
You know, a lot
Unsalted?
of people don't know if your food tastes really good, it has a lot of butter in it. So if you go to a restaurant and you're like, dang, this tastes
You
great.
use unsalted
it's
butter?
Yes.
You might as well put Vaseline on your sandwich. Unsalted, Lord.
Yeah.
All right, I ain't done this in a while, so I do know the bologna was first. Mm-hmm. Right? God, this is going. Oh
Let's see
my
if we
God.
cut it.
So when was the last time you ate this?
Shit, What year is this?
2025?
How old are you?
I'm 40.
What year you born?
84.
That's the last time I had it.
84, you were 40.
84, yes.
84.
That's when he graduated high school.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna act like I'm being exquisite with a knife.
Does
Usually
this take you back, Chris?
Yes. Oh my God, I feel like I'm in jail right now. I never went to jail. But I think this is what they ate too. Usually, what you want this to get a little hotter. Mm-hmm. But electrics don't get as hot as the regular, gas stove. But I'm gonna put it in there. I know you said only make 2, so you could only have a little bite because I know you're
I
you
don't
pescatarian or Scorpio or something. So we're gonna make 3 because it's 3 of us.
Go for it.
He didn't cut the splits in them. Oh,
You cut the split when it gets right when it raises. Remember? Oh, you cut yours early? No.
Then it
The
bubbles.
fun is seeing it bubble. If
Then
you
it
cut it now,
bubbles.
it ain't gonna bubble.
Yeah, it will. It'll still bubble.
All right, we're gonna cut yours. Which one's yours? This one.
Either one.
Here, you cut it.
Look.
It ain't gonna bubble, I don't think.
Oh, you're
Oh,
cutting
wait,
it
I'm
all
sorry.
the way-
On the sides.
Yeah.
You're making a little tent.
Yeah.
I know it's supposed to have like a bubble in it, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna
See,
make it bubble?
So now, but we using electric, so it might be different than with the gas.
Let me turn this up a little hotter.
You guys are funny.
All right. I'll put some splits in the shot. I thought you meant split the top.
Oh, he
Oh, now you taking cooking advice from Sean.
Sean's older than me.
he get me all the time. You know he a writer, so I can say something another way, and he'll say, "Oh, you really meant to say this, but you just changed the words." That's how he got me last night.
What did I say? What happened last night?
When I told you, you said we're not gonna use that certain word.
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
I said we're gonna do the act.
Sean is a trickster. You be like, Sean, stop asking me for sugar. He'd be like, okay. He said, then he'll say, do you have any sucre? So like, hey, did you just say sugar in Spanish? That's the same thing.
So take me back. You guys were high school friends or
Elementary.
elementary?
We've known each
Wow.
other since the 70s.
Yeah.
Did you guys know you always wanted to get into entertainment and business?
Absolutely not. No, this didn't happen until late. I started doing comedy in college. I went to UCLA. And it still does rise. Can we get a Zoom? Oh, I guess not.
We
Okay.
used to have the overheads, but we removed it.
Damn it, Neil took it. I started doing comedy in college, and so it was after college that I started doing, traveling, acting, movies, directing, producing, a couple of comedy specials, and then, and Sean and Derek would always come to my shows, right?
We followed him.
Sean, you might as well
everywhere.
take it from here because this is.
And we
this-
followed him from UCLA to everywhere he went when
Chocolate
he was
Sundays
hanging.
at the Laugh Factory.
Chocolate Sundays when he was
Tripping
hanging
on
with the
two.
Wayans. We would go to their house and play basketball with him. We was everywhere Chris was, everywhere.
Now, was that as like just you guys just wanted to show him that you supported him, or why were you guys?
We was brothers from the beginning. We grew up on the same street in Inglewood. And when Chris moved away in '83, my mom still took us to his house every weekend in South in Pasadena.
Y'all didn't used to drive?
Nope, not at that time, remember. And then my cousin Melinda, she started taking us over Chris' house because she had a crush on Chris. And I want our friend, my cousin Melinda, that had the blue Camaro.
Why are you acting like you just found this out right now?
I don't know. She had a crush on me.
Yeah.
I would have did it to her.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So she started driving us to Pasadena.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had no idea this.
I don't even know who Melinda is. I can't remember who Melinda is. She got a nickname?
She was older than us. No, it was Melinda, but she grew up on 106 off of Western.
I can't remember her.
It was her dad was Simi, the skinny dude that used to be over there with my dad, the tall, skinny one.
They had the best house because their family would cook every weekend, and there'd be so many cousins and uncles, and I would kiss all his cousins. It was great.
Yeah. And Chris would go to San Diego with us every time we went.
Yeah.
To my mom's.
It was always fun. I didn't have any brothers.
Okay.
So him, Derek, and his younger brother, Junior, who actually was the impetus for Comedy Block Party, which Sean will get into later. Do I turn it over now?
Yeah. They got a spatula right there.
Oh.
So growing up on the same street in Inglewood, we just immediately clicked. We was brothers.
Yeah,
and then
we're talking
Kim was
about
our sister.
My sister, yeah.
Okay.
But I had no brothers, so whatever they did, I was down there doing. You know what I mean?
Okay. I love how you guys all stayed together through the whole.
Oh, yeah. We're talking over 40. I'm 57. You 59.
Yeah.
50 years.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you're doing comedy. Your brothers.
So
following you
I'm
around.
doing stand-up, and then his brother passed away.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we wanted to do, it wasn't a benefit, but something in commemoration of Junior's death. And then that's when Sean and Derek came up with Comedy Block Party. I
So
feel like
how we really came up with Comedy Block Party.
Hold on, let's get a 20-second timeout. So usually, I put the cheese on now, right?
No, flip it over. You
I
need
flip-
to done some more.
Oh, that's yours.
Yeah.
Sean wants blackened bologna.
Yeah. It's not done yet, Chris. You gotta wait till that middle start getting done.
I don't remember. I'm not broke anymore. It do smell good though, right?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It does, but I also.
So in about 2 more minutes, it'll be great.
And then, are we gonna make it a press? Is what they call it now? But
No, you just put the cheese on the bread.
you want the cheese
And it
cold?
melt.
But wait, we're not
Yeah,
gonna put it
it'll
in the.
No. You put the cheese on the bread and it
Well,
melts.
I'm trusting y'all with
Yeah.
this. I don't know.
I'm telling you.
I'm trusting him too.
No, because the cheese will stick to the skillet, so you don't need to.
That boy good.
But I'm talking about,
See,
don't you toast the
that
bread?
one- no.
Yeah, that one looks the
That
best.
one is good. That
one looks the
That's how it's
best.
supposed to look, dude.
So I can put this on yours.
On my bread, yep. And then you give me the slice of cheese, yep.
This is hilarious.
Oh, and then that's gonna melt anyway,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Bam.
Yep.
Wow.
Look at that.
Then you put
Huh?
the
And it
cheese.
looks like Wu-Tang. Where's the
Yeah.
overhead camera? Look like a Wu-Tang. Sean,
Yep.
Okay.
So-
ma'am, can I have your plate?
Yes. Let me hook it up.
This actually smells really
Yep.
good.
Does it make you want to go home and have one?
So think
Nah, I didn't say all
about
that.
so think about when you get hungry on a late night.
This is quick
Yep.
and it's filling.
Here we go.
Bam.
Nice. So wait, we're not gonna toast the bread at all.
No.
Y'all ain't.
But that's your personal
Listen,
choice.
but I could put that on here and press it and make it like a. That's what I used
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
Mine would be like a grilled cheese slash.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do mine the way.
Sean, you want the cold white bread?
Yeah, mine is good. Right here, yeah.
Okay. So me and you.
Yeah, we on the same page.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna
So,
send this back.
So how I came up with Comedy Block Party was Chris was hosting and we needed
What-
a
where were
catchy
we?
name.
Comedy
At
Union?
Inside Jokes. Chris had
That's the
on
first place before
Inside Jokes.
before the Comedy Union.
Yep, at the Chinese Theater. So we was like, okay. After each show, we started doing a party, VIP upstairs. So I was like, man, we giving comedy and we having a party. So that's where Comedy Block Party came from.
Makes sense.
So ever since those parties at the Chinese Theater, and we would do the birthday cakes,
Yeah.
everybody started wanting to party with us.
Right.
Come to the show.
You guys do the birthday cake at every show?
every
show.
I was
And
thinking, I was like, man, is it every time I show up that you guys do a birthday cake?
every
show.
Every
And
show.
we used to do a birthday dance.
Yeah.
But now we have so many people on stage, it would take too long.
Yeah.
Like before, when we were at the Comedy
Comedy Union.
Union and the Chinese Theater, 6 to 8 birthdays.
Yeah.
Now it'd be 15, 20 people. Our cake used to be this big. Now it's this whole thing right
Yeah, I
here.
saw it. It's like
Yeah.
a whole
Yeah.
big sheet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So you started at the theater. Now, how are you guys covering the expenses on all of this?
We're not broke anymore. No.
Yeah.
We have sponsors. Sean, you want to shout out a couple of our
So-
sponsors?
our sponsors are 5120 Entertainment.
That's how you get more money, kids.
Yeah. We have 5120 Entertainment, K Meets Inc. We have the Roro Group. We have Morris Trucking, the Diamond Bank, KW Productions, Raw Development,
You remember?
Progressive Parent, only the
I
privilege.
love how you remember all of the
This is
people
what he
that
does.
Because they are important vehicle to us moving to different spaces of where we need to go.
You say, what about Capri Jewelers?
Diamond Bank.
That's Diamond Bank,
Yeah.
yes.
So if any of you guys need some jewelry for Valentine's Day, come up. Hit Chris Capri at the Diamond Bank.
Yep.
Downtown on Hill Street.
I'm gonna give you this as just a snippet to send back to them to show
Yeah.
them. All right, so you're producing these shows on the regular. You have notable guests.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Tell them some of the notable guests.
We had the privilege to partner up with Live Nation Urban and brought BET Weekend with Live Nation Urban to the Miracle Theater in Inglewood. We had Michael
Hold on a
Blackson.
second. You want the toast darker than you, or you like it light?
Darker than me.
Okay, got it.
So we had Michael Blackson, D-Ray, Corey Holcomb, Tiffany Haddish, Justine Valentine. It was so many people.
Yeah.
Earthquake,
CP, Melanie Camacho,
Darius McQuarrie.
yes.
Everybody.
Everybody, Naeem Lynn, Buddy Lewis.
It was incredible.
It was so many
And you
people.
produced-
D-Ray, Corey Holcomb,
You guys do this every month.
every
month, yeah.
And on any, like this weekend, I'm not knowing when this comes out, we have Donnell Rollins.
Yeah.
Last month we had
Deion
Cole. We have Tiffany Haddish as a regular. I mean, like, what we've
Tommy
done.
Davidson.
What we've done is brought Bill Bellamy. We brought Hollywood to Inglewood. And I want to go back to your point where you're saying it feels like a family. Everybody in, let me see, not everybody. So if we hold 400 people, 100 of them went to school with us.
Yes.
Or some kind of way, or 1 degree of separation. So when we say it's a block, it's like a family block party.
It literally feels like that over there.
And there's always somebody we haven't seen. We thought they were dead or in jail. They'd be like, "Yo, you know what I mean? When you get out." And so every time, literally, I see people from 2nd grade, 3rd grade, who I was a Cub Scout with, who I played at the YMCA with, Darby Park, Rogers Park, because we're from Inglewood.
Yeah.
And so every week it's like, and then when we come on stage, so unlike most comedy shows, you can't really touch the comedians.
Yeah.
We're a family environment. Everybody in there loves each other. Half of them are packing, so nothing's gonna happen. So, so after the show, a lot of times people come on stage and people come up and hug me. It'll be like my 7th grade teacher. It'll be the PE coach.
Yeah.
Like, it's really a family environment. Hold on, let me look at your skin.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
He made a grilled cheese bologna
I'm
sandwich.
not that light.
That's what
No,
he
you're not
made.
that light. That's why I'm making sure you want.
This sandwich look light. Yeah, that one looks the right color.
Coline, that is a grilled cheese
That's
bologna
that's
sandwich.
the best
See,
one.
this the color of your husband. Right?
Yeah. Thanks. Oh, you're gonna hook me up?
Yes. This is
All
the
right.
color of my wife right now. I need to make it. My wife Puerto Rican.
Oh, she's Puerto Rican.
Yes.
Did you
And
think
she's
I was
Puerto Rican
Puerto
as well.
Rican when you first met me?
I thought you were other.
Other?
Yes.
That's how you know.
I thought you were Dominican.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dominican. I get Dominican, Puerto Rican.
Yes.
I get every race because when you're mixed, you're just racially
yes.
ambiguous.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're everything.
Especially, it depends what city you in, right?
Yeah, if
If
I'm
you're
in New
here,
York-
they think you're Mexican. If you're in New York, they think you're Puerto Rican. You're in Florida, you could be
Is your wife
Cuban.
from New York?
My wife is a New York Puerto Rican.
My kind of woman. Okay.
you would love her.
So, yeah, I already know I would. So take me back to, let's go back to the college days. You're pursuing comedy, Chris. Take me through that journey because I want to get closer to you, actor, producer, writer, director. So take me through that.
There's a group of guys on campus that have a comedy group, right? So we formed a club. These guys were comedians, and we would do shows we kind of cut our teeth with the fraternities. The white frats would have Rush Week, and they would have prospective pledges come in, and then they would have entertainment, and that would be me and this group of guys. Sully McCullough, who you know from the Jamie Foxx show and Don't Be a Menace, and he's a hell of a writer and producer, was my roommate. And he was also, he's the reason I actually became a comedian. We were talking with a group of girls, and they're like, "What do you want to do when you get out of here?" He's like, "Well, I'm not gonna wait till I get out of here. I'm gonna be a stand-up comedian." And they were like, "Oh my God, I love stand-up. I love Eddie Murphy. I love Damon Wayans. Oh," and then they were looking at me. They're like, "What about you?" I was like, "Stand-up comedian." And literally, that's how I became a stand-up comedian because I saw the attention he got, and I was like, "I need that attention." And so from there, we were doing the frat houses. Then we would do shows on campus. And then we would have big headliners come on campus and perform for us. So at the time, Rob Schneider, Jerry Seinfeld.
How are you getting these headliners to perform for you guys?
We're at UCLA, ma'am.
Chris,
David Spade.
you be switching on and off.
Yes.
Hold on, guys. We're gonna do a sample of this you're cooking before
Okay.
it gets cold.
You gonna get a knife? Sean gonna pick it up, ain't you,
Oh,
Sean?
yeah.
Here's a knife.
See, I'm gonna act like I'm still from Inglewood and just pick up like this.
Oh, you don't cut it either?
No.
Okay.
Wow.
That's bougie.
Is it good?
It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Does it make you want to eat it again?
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
No. Me, I will be eating it again sometime.
What's missing is the Doritos, though.
Which one
All right,
you want?
there's one.
The original. I remember when the Blue
Oh, the
Ranch
Cool
came
Ranch,
out.
yeah.
His brother, that was his favorite.
Yep, Derek.
loves Blue.
You know what my favorite thing to do since eating while broke? Someone, I forgot which guest put chips in their sandwich.
He was
I
real
do-
broke. He was real broke.
Let me tell you something. I have not been able to eat a sandwich without chips since.
Really?
Anytime. I'm always looking for a bag of chips. Have you tried it?
Of course.
It's amazing. I'm like, what? Where
Listen,
was
my
I?
father, who's Jamaican like your family, my dad would always put stuff in other sandwiches. He would put a fish fillet in a Big Mac
Yep, that sounds like my mom.
and smash it down like Scooby-Doo. I don't like the way you bite now. You don't really like it. You kind of.
Well, this
Whenever people bite stuff with their front teeth,
I'm not a fan of bologna. Plus, technically, it has beef in it. I don't eat beef.
yeah.
I'm sacrificing.
Except oxtails.
Let me tell you something. I'm allergic to beef, and oxtails was the hardest thing. That and short rib. It's the hardest thing to give up.
Yeah, that's the best meats.
And I would sacrifice. I'm like, you know what? F it. I'll be sick, but I'm going to have it. But now I'm like, no, I'm not doing it anymore.
Wow.
This meal is sponsored by Kool-Aid. It ain't the same Kool-Aid we grew up with, right?
It isn't. You're right. It does
It's
taste like
it's almost
the
healthy.
sugar-free.
Yeah.
What did you call it? Like those sweeteners? What'd you say?
Yeah, it was like it's Kool-Aid with stevia.
Yeah, it tastes like stevia's in it.
It shouldn't be an aftertaste. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yep.
It should just be
It definitely
pure
has it.
sugar.
All right, so do you feel like you're back in your
I
time?
feel like this ain't the same bologna I had growing up.
I literally got the original one. It said original.
Sean, what do you think?
They had the
That's
thick.
the original one.
That's OG
Yeah.
Bologna?
He eats it more often.
He ate it
Does
Thursday. Yes.
So does,
Yeah. But you know what? I like to go to the meat market and get the thick one.
So you
they
get
had the thick cut.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I
So
was
not
like,
Oscar Mayer.
No, it's Oscar Mayer, but it's the thick one.
they had thick, and I
Yeah.
just thought maybe you guys wanted the original.
Yeah.
No, we did. We did. That was a great job. Great job.
Yeah.
Great job cooking your
Bologna sandwich.
Bologna
It's
sandwich.
actually kind of good, Sean.
I want to
Oh,
see you
yeah.
eat the whole thing, Chris.
Oh, this is
I
delicious.
mean,
this
as much
is
as you.
this is the meal.
I love how Sean likes it. Sean really likes it.
Sean eats it.
So don't. You got the Kool-Aid right there.
It needs something.
It needs.
I can't wash it out with the Kool-Aid because the Kool-Aid.
I feel like it needs like something like not like a ketchup, but some kind of
Yes.
something because it's very dry.
The Kool-Aid is weird.
Do you usually make it like this at home?
Actually, you're supposed to have
Mayo.
mayo or Miracle Whip on it.
So
On the bread.
See, y'all both slipping.
No, Derek put it in there.
I didn't. Derek asked me did I want mayo or mayo,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't think I used to put that in there. But now that I'm tasting it, that's what's missing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's definitely like super dry and
Yeah.
yeah.
And what was Miracle Whip?
I don't know.
Mayonnaise with sugar?
We just love the way Miracle Whip tastes.
I like mayo more than Miracle Whip, but
Yeah, Miracle Whip's a little
No,
too sweet.
Miracle
right?
Yeah, I
got
don't
that
like it.
got that zing.
yeah.
I think it's Miracle Whip in the Kool-Aid.
Oh my gosh. So take me back. So you're booking these guys because it's UCLA, but what is your pitch to get them? Like, hey,
We don't have to do anything. It's just like, this isn't what they were. They weren't. This is pre-Jerry Seinfeld show. So this is just Jerry Seinfeld. This is David Spade. I don't know if he had been on Saturday Night Live yet, but these were named headliners. And when you're a comedian, you're going to perform anywhere and everywhere that's going to give you a check.
Got it.
And so they were coming to headline our show. So it would be us young guys and then said headliner. And so it was always a treat because, we would have these fantastic. Those people would draw the audience.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But now going back, you said you decided, on the whim because of the ladies liked the comedy idea.
Mm-hmm.
When you first start going out, were you going out hitting home runs right away?
I started off. My first show I was like, this shit is easy. What is this struggle they speak of? And then the second and third show, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to write some shit. Yeah, because I'm cursed and blessed with the same gift, which is my wit. Mm-hmm. And so I could just freestyle a whole show. And so the first show I freestyled, and I was like, oh, this is easy. And the second time was, yeah. I think it was less black people in the show the next time. Mm-hmm. So when I said Murray's Grease, and they were like, what is he talking about? Or I said a do-rag or something that was a black reference. So I was like, oh, not only do I need to write material, I need to make material that's universal. Because there's stuff that works in one room that may not work in the other room. So I need to figure out stuff that works in all rooms. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes if you're in a black room, I'm going to give them...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that goes for not just the color of our skin. It goes for whatever the room dictates. Mm-hmm. So if I'm doing a show for the Girl Scouts, I'm going to have Girl Scouts jokes. If I'm doing jokes for, the mayor, I'm going to do stuff that's more political and intellectual possibly.
Okay.
So you cater to your room. If I'm doing a party for some Rolling 60s, I'm going to do some jokes for them.
So you're producing these shows and you're opening up for these bigger, I would say at the time, bigger comics, right? Mm-hmm. And then are they catching wind of your guys' talent and pulling you out?
They could care less.
Okay.
No, well, actually, Sully actually got signed by the same manager that Jerry Seinfeld had. So he had his career, went to a different level because of that signing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So you're producing the shows. And then Sean, at this time, you're showing up to everything that...
Sean is making money now. I haven't seen Sean. I won't see Sean. Sean doesn't even know I'm doing comedy at this point. Like, after high school, by the time I went to college, they may come see me once or twice, but, everybody's living... Nobody's going to go visit somebody in college.
Well, he said they said that... Sean said he was following you guys.
What I'm saying is, he saw... It wasn't like he's coming to UCLA going, who y'all got coming?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, he had his life.
Okay, and so I'm assuming, Sean, you were doing entrepreneur stuff, because I know you have other businesses outside of the...
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we would go visit and hang out with Chris, and then we creating different avenues for us to continue to make money and different stuff like that. And then as Chris start filming different shows,
that's what
Chris will start saying, I got more successful, you guys need to be here with me. Right. So we start being at the tapings, the filmings, wherever he was, we start being more there with him.
And they actually produced one of our first tapings that Tisha Campbell directed, which was called Get Up, Stand Up, which was with me, Daryl Heath, Alex Thomas, and Sully McCullough. Yeah. And we shot it at this little club in the Valley. And I think that was their first taste in, like, Hollywood could be fun.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then was your first...
That's after graduation. That's around 93, 4, something like that.
Was that your first TV?
I didn't say big. I just said first taping.
First taping. That was your first, though.
I think so. I might have done some smaller stuff because I've done stuff before. Like there were shows back then that they don't have now, like Evening at the Improv and Comic View and Stand Up, New York. And so I think not Stand Up. There was a show like that. There was a lot of shows. So that's when we got the impetus to go, let's create our own show. This is pre-Def Jam. You know what I mean? And so we did that in lieu of selling it, but I don't know what happened. I think it's out there somewhere. And then that's when he first got the bug. And then, lives happen. People get married, have kids, do stuff. And then, they would always come to support my shows. And then when Junior passed away in 2014 is when he really stepped 100% into stand-up comedy full-time, him and his brother Derek.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then how did that feel after, once you guys started really working together? How did it feel?
It was easy because Sean is our point guard.
Okay.
Right? He's actually running the show. Right? Okay. Let's see, if this was basketball, Sean is Magic. Derek is James Worthy. I'm sorry, you're too young. Let me go back. Sean is Steph Curry.
Okay. Sean, Steph Curry. Okay. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Thank you point. Okay, got it.
Derek is Draymond Green.
Okay.
And I'm the owner of the team.
Okay. I wanted to
No,
see
actually,
what
take it
kind
back. Sean is the owner of the team.
Okay.
I'm Steph Curry and Derek. No, Sean is Draymond.
Sean's Draymond.
I'm Steph Curry and you know what? We're the
You're-
Globetrotters. We do it all.
Okay, got it. I
But
like
Sean
that.
is the one that keeps us on point. Like ticket sales are low. Kevin Hart ain't called back. He's the one that me and Derek are. We're floating through life, going. The show's Wednesday. We'll be okay. Sean's like, we ain't gonna be okay. We need some more sweatshirts, but he keeps shit going.
Was he the one that at the last show you guys all almost came out in the same exact outfits?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sean is the designer of
Yeah.
the Comedy Block Party.
I thought that was funny. I'm just
Elliott
having fun
Brothers,
with
yeah.
you.
Memphis
No,
Will.
but the crazy part, Chris got a light blue one earlier that day, and I wasn't even thinking about it.
I'm glad I didn't wear it because
No,
it would have
no.
been 15 of us in light blue sweatshirts.
But he had orange writing.
Okay.
And so when Memphis Will got that one, I forgot he had even purchased that one. So I knew what I was wearing
But
that
it's
night
not like
because of
he didn't tell Memphis Will to wear it that night.
Yeah, I didn't tell him to wear that
ironic.
night. Yeah.
Okay.
So
that was
he
funny
wanted to
though.
wear, so.
Show him, can you stand up and just show him what the one of
you're not
Sean's
wearing a
many
mic.
logos? You just take it over your neck.
No,
No, just this part. No, just this part.
Oh.
Is it tight?
Yeah, this is one from Started.
Stand up.
In 2014, this was one of the first logos that we designed.
Okay.
Now we have multiple logos under the umbrella, and Comedy Block Party is the most significant one.
Yeah, everybody buys that one. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
I have my sweats.
I saw you had
you
it
had
on your
your
sweatshirt.
I had the hoodie
Yeah.
on. It's not written on the pants anymore?
No, you
Okay.
bought some different pants.
This ain't the pants today?
No.
All right. Well, take me through some of the hurdles and the upsides, the behind the scenes of you making it, Chris, to where you are today.
To Hollywood?
Because you've been in the industry how long now?
How old are you? I've been at 30 plus. And there's always, you're hot and then you're not.
Mm-hmm.
But what has allowed me to sustain 30 years is not relying on my pretty face. I've actually gone behind the scenes and wrote and produced for a lot of your favorite comedians. So what I tell young comedians is like, you're all gonna get opportunities. Some people's opportunities are gonna be bigger than others. And so your friend is going to host the MTV Movie Awards. They're gonna give him a group of writers to write the show, and then he's gonna need people who know his voice to write for him. And so I've done that for Jamie, I've done that for Mike Epps, I've done it for Kevin,
wow.
I've done it for Cedric, I've done it for Dion, and they've done it for me.
Wow.
Not those guys, but other people. And so you just have to kind of stay close to this if this is what you really want to do. You may not become Eddie Murphy, but you could become Kenya Barris. You know what I mean? You may not become Kevin Hart, but you might become, Chris Spencer. So there's all types of ways to skin a cat, for lack of a better word.
And then, well, you have a lot of relationships too. I think your relationships also play a key to your success.
My relationships are better than my talent. Meaning, I'm cool, but my Rolodex, that's before your time, I'm sorry. My Snapchat.
I know what a Rolodex
my
is.
Snapchat
I'm 40. I'm 40. 40.
I know I have quite a few friends because we all came up together.
Yeah.
Some of us were eating bologna sandwiches together. You know what I mean? And now, they're doing caviar and I'm back to fucking bologna. But nonetheless, I'm not back to bologna.
Yeah, you're not.
I need you to laugh at some of this stuff, okay, lady?
Yeah.
Thanks. She's looking at me so serious, like.
So, but now, okay, I told you I recently did an interview with Nick, so I'm going to take you back. I'm going to bounce you back. All right, you were one of the key players, if not the key player behind Wildin' Out.
Not the key player. Nick Cannon was young, youthful, had this great idea for a show. He showed it to me, and I was like, this is dope, but we could make it better. And so I gathered a group of writers and comedians, and we enhanced it.
Wait, when he showed it to you, did he take you to an actual improv
No, he
hangout?
pitched it to me.
Oh, he
verbally
pitched it like
it to
on
me.
a-
Not
a
even,
verbal.
he verbally pitched me.
Okay.
And then we collaborated with his people and my people and made it a presentation at the Comedy Union where we also did Comedy Block Party. And then they picked it up and then we did another pilot and then the rest is 21 years of making magic.
Now he was in his 20s. What made you jump to support him? Because I know he was he's had to been like 25 or something.
I can't support people younger than me.
No, I'm curious.
He was my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was the young guy that everybody was talking about in the clubs, and he was, for lack of a better word, he was Diddy. Puffy. Diddy's in trouble. Puffy wasn't in trouble. And he was very creative, and he was also the guy that could put talent together and create things. He was always creating.
Yeah.
You know, you can't wait on Hollywood. You know what I mean? They're not creative. You have to actually chew the food and put it in their mouth for them to get it. And that's what Nick was doing. And when he came up with Wild 'N Out, I was like, I would absolutely do whatever it takes to make this thing fantastic. And I was the head writer for the first year. And then I had a child, and things went this way, and I got another job. He went on to do whatever, 20 years of success. We're still dear friends. We still work together to this day. And so that opportunity was really great. More great for him, but it was a great opportunity.
Now, when you say head writer, what did that entail? You wrote for every comic on there? Or?
So there's a room full of writers, right? And I'm in charge of the materials that are going to be presented for the show. So sometimes we would have a board like this, and I would see what everybody is. I would read the scripts that everybody's created. Like, say, we're going to do some stuff about bologna sandwiches. Give me all the bologna sandwiches joke. We put it up here. We'll all decide which ones are the best, and that will go into the packet. And then that packet would go to the higher ups to go, oh, this is funny. This bologna sketch is funny. And so I was the liaison between the higher ups and the writer's room.
Okay.
So it's my job to maintain both of these relationships.
Oh, wow. Okay. And that wasn't your first. Now, how far in before you start with doing the Wild 'N Out head writing stuff?
Was I writing?
Yeah.
I was already writing. I started writing around 2000 when Jamie Foxx hosted the MTV Music Awards. And then from there, I just started getting writing gigs because, like I said, when said comedian gets a gig, there's going to be the people that write for the show, and then there's going to be his people who know his voice. And so I had the opportunity of doing that several times before the Wild 'N Out show.
And then when you got into acting, were you taking acting classes?
I was acting that whole time. Matter of fact, the writing took over when the acting got slow. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
you didn't sit still during any of this?
No. Remember I had a late night talk show too. You can't stop.
Okay.
And that's what I love about this generation. They're not waiting. They will shoot a whole movie on an iPhone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you like that. A lot of people, some people hate on it.
They're haters. I love that. You know what I mean? A lot of them are hating
Just
because
so
they
you
didn't
know,
think of
Niall Evans is a big hater of that.
Sure. A lot of us are old school.
Yeah.
Now Evans still only wears fitted baseball hats. Right? Sometimes you're set in your ways. Trust me, call him right now.
No,
he will never ever.
I will definitely run
They could
it
have
back.
16 diamonds on it and be worth $10 million. To be, I ain't wearing that shit. And that's how we are.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Sometimes we're set in our ways because that was his generation. I love seeing it all. You know what I mean? I love what Kai Cenat is doing. I love,
Oh, you like what he's doing too?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is it. That's like my mom being mad at me. Turn off that goddamn hip hop. No, hip hop is the future.
Yeah.
Kai Cenat is the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love all of it. I love entertainment, and comedians love each other. So when you say, why did I help Nick? It's because Nick is a comedian, and I love comedians. Let me tell you a story. Robin Williams, I did a show at Caroline's in New York, and I was doing the midnight show, and Jeff Garlin was doing the 10 o'clock show. Or 8 o'clock show, and I was doing the 10 o'clock show. And for some reason, Jeff Garlin let Robin Williams go on first. The paint was peeling off the walls. You know, they have like pictures of famous comedians they were laughing. Charlie Chaplin was dying, Mae West, whoever, Richard Pryor. He's murdering. So after he gets off stage, Jeff Garlin goes on, and it's not good. I mean, he had to work to get him. He's a professional, but he had work to do. But Robin came in the back. And I don't know if there was a Pied Piper or something, but all of a sudden, it went from 10 to 8 comedians to like 400 comedians were in the back listening to Robin Williams talk shop, tell stories. And he's talking to us, and he's asking questions. We love each other. This fraternity, runs deep. I don't care who you are. If you tell somebody, unless they're an asshole, but if you talk to a vet comedian and tell them you do stand-up, they want to know what's it like now, what's going on. Are you at the Comedy Store? Do you go to the Laugh Factory?
Yeah.
I remember this time, and you share stories. One time I was writing for Laugh In. Do you remember the show Laugh In? No, you don't. It was she's too young. It was the 50-year reunion of Laugh In. I got hired by a writer named John Max, who writes. You think I write for award shows? He writes for all the award shows, including presidents, governors. He's the man, John Max. And so I'm writing for Laugh In, and Billy Crystal and Jay Leno are in the room. So we're talking about rehearsal because they're gonna do something. And then they start telling jokes. I'm like, I gotta say something. And I said, you guys ever heard the one about, and they just fucking turned around. And then now me, Billy Crystal, and Jay Leno are sharing jokes.
I love that.
Comedians love comedians.
I love that. I love it. And I can see why when I go to the shows, they feel the way they feel.
Yeah.
So, is there any stories behind the scenes, since you did bring up a Robin Williams, that is like a very memorable standout?
Well, even with Robin Williams, so I say to Robin Williams, how come you don't come to the Comedy Store anymore? He goes, oh, no. One time I drove up and these black guys came up to me and they're like, what the fuck are you doing here? And he was like, I'm performing. I'm doing a show in the main room. And they were like, get the fuck out of here. And I left. I said, Robin, that's slang. He goes, what are you talking about? I said, when they said, what the fuck are you doing here? They couldn't believe that fucking Mork from Ork. Mrs. Doubtfire is right there in front of them.
Yeah.
They're like, really? And then I said, when they said, get the fuck out of here, you saw fucking Johnny Brasco? Get the fuck out of here. Italian stuff like that. He was like, no shit. That was Saturday. Monday, LA Times reads, Robin Williams returns to the Comedy Store in over, 27, 28 years.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
No
It was because of fucking me. I'm Forrest Gump of this shit. True story.
That's a great story. That's gonna be a whole clip that's gonna go viral
it's a true
indefinitely. Wow, do you have any more?
I got a million stories.
Yeah.
Name a comedian. Kevin Hart used to sleep on my couch.
I believe that. I did.
It was for
work
one
with
day,
him.
but still, he slept there.
Did he sleep there because he needed to?
He needed to. He had to. He slept there for a couple days. Russell Peters, when he would come to town, would sleep on my couch.
Tell me something about the Wayans. I love the Wayans.
The Wayans are the greatest comedy
yeah.
family. They're royalty. They put me on.
Oh, they put you on.
Sure. If you go back and look at all the old Wayans movies, you'll see me. I did Blank Man with Damon. I did...
Damn, I love the Blank Man.
Low Down Dirty Shame with Keenan. I did Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice with Sean and Marlon. I wrote a book with Sean. I did The Sixth Man with Marlon. I used to think I was a Wayans. I used to walk around like this. Wearing a Veda, because that's all they used to wear. Yeah, I thought I was a Wayans until one day. That was a true story. I've told this on a couple podcasts, but I found out I wasn't family because one day we were in front of Damon and Sean and I just did a show at the Improv. We came out, they're sitting in the front seat and they're whispering. I'm like, they're like, oh, Chris, could you step out real quick? We're talking about family. I was like, oh! Fuck you mean?
You covering your mic too while you do that.
I'm family. And so...
Did you really feel that in your chest?
I was hurt! I spent Thanksgivings with them, Christmas. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not family. And so then...
But they run tight. They are tight.
Afion took my spot in the rest of the movies after that.
Really? Are you joking?
I'm joking.
Damn. So that's the only Wayne story you got?
I mean, I don't know what
I'm trying to think. Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence.
I know them all.
Any good goodies?
I got a Martin Lawrence story.
Okay.
So...
you know it's good when they laugh before they say it.
Yeah.
So before anything, Martin was like the hottest comic in the world, right? And one night we were at a club, Glam Slam. For those of you who are from LA, Prince had a club called Glam Slam. I got a funny Glam Slam story too, real quick. So we're at Glam Slam, and it's always the baddest women in the world in LA. LA, as you know, has the baddest females in the world, and it's not because they were born here, but a lot of them come from other places and decide to live here and find out that they wasn't shit. So I one time saw this girl walking, short hair, jeans with the ass cheeks out. I was like, yo! I tapped my boy. I was like, look. And my boy was like, yo, what's up? She turned around. It was Prince with a lollipop. Like, why does Prince have his ass out? True story. So, don't be so shocked. So one night,
I just got that at the very end.
Yes.
Oh my
Prince
God.
had his ass out. Yes. One night, Martin and his girl at the time, and who was a friend of mine, and Sully McCullough and I were walking out. I was a little drunk. And I had on I was very stylish and fashion forward. I had on this lumberjack shirt. We call them Pendletons.
Okay.
For all you gangbangers. Hi, gangbangers. Pendletons. Teed up and had on some like these, I forgot what these little construction boots. They wasn't lugs, they wasn't Timberlands, but they were the boots of the time. Look up Jodeci. And so, I need to laugh at some of this. And so Martin was like, what the fuck you got on with that lumberjack shit? He was drunk. I was like, what? You heard me, mother. And so me and him got into it. And then the next day he called me and apologized with my dear friend Bentley Evans, who's Niall's uncle. And I got hired to be Martin's stand-in on the Martin Show.
Oh, that's big. Yeah. Why did he call you to apologize? He felt bad?
He felt bad. I'm a wonderful person.
Aw, that was nice.
Don't talk to Chris Spencer like that.
That was nice.
Yeah, so that was one of my first jobs in Hollywood, which was weird because I'm like, how am I going to be Martin stand-in? So whenever you saw Grandma, if you look at the pilot, you'll see they had to shoot the back of the head. So you saw the grandma's back of the head, which is me in a wig, and then Martin.
Yeah.
And then you see my back of the head to see Martin when he's not dressed. So that was one of my first jobs. I've had an incredible life in Hollywood.
Yeah.
One of my weirdest jobs is Diana Ross was having a photo shoot, and they wanted a comedian to entertain her as she went to different spaces on this studio lot.
No way.
So I'd have to walk in and tap dance, and she'd be like this, and then she'd walk to the next room. But before I got the job, when I got the job, I thought Tracy got me the job because Tracy and I was friends, or Tracy Ellis Ross. And she calls, she goes, what the fuck is going on? I go, what? You're gonna be a comedian for my mother? I go, I thought you got me the job. No, I didn't get you the job. What are you, the toy?
Did her mom know who you were?
No!
Oh, okay. That's
And
hilarious.
I bombed all day. Imagine, she would have, like, let's say this room was the polar room, and it was all white, and she wore white, and there's a fur, and there's some fucking little penguins and shit, and I'm up here doing jokes and shit. She's like, and her handlers are like, it's gonna be okay. I'm like, I'm fucking, and it wasn't until the last setting, whatever it was, that I finally made her laugh. I said, listen, you got me upside down. Boy, you turned me. I said some jokes with her songs in it, and she goes, that's fun. You're very funny. I said, you should have fucking laughed earlier so I would have known this.
Aww. So, but is that harder must be a lot harder to make one person laugh though, right?
Yeah. I mean, there was more people in the room, but if the king ain't laughing, ain't nobody laughing.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So every now and then, I mean, the cameramen and them are shaking because I
Yeah,
am
yeah.
fucking funny, but they're not laughing loud because she ain't laughing. You know what I mean? It's like,
All right, cool. All right, awesome. I'm trying to think. Is there anything that I left off the table when it comes to your guys' story, your rise?
we're killing. What year is it, Sean?
2025.
25.
Why do you
No.
keep
What
it-
year for Comedy Block
Oh,
Party?
this would be 11
Oh, it's 11?
On
Why did I
March-
think it was longer than that?
on March 7th.
11 years is a good time.
It's a great run.
And then why did you guys end up moving from the Chinese theater all the way to Inglewood? Is it because you just wanted to keep it home based?
Well, the opportunity for Inglewood, which is our home, came up, and we're like, this is easy. It was also because a lot of people would be like, yo, man, I got to get to work, and they would leave early and come back this way. We're like, you know what? We need a spot down here so they can stay throughout the whole show. And literally, 95% of the show stays until we say have to do the birthdays.
So you do the birthdays, and it's
Yeah.
like a whole thing.
It's a whole
It's a
thing.
whole thing.
We're going to start streaming this year.
Really?
Yeah, so-
Are you guys gonna do something with 5120?
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Quite
Yeah.
possibly.
That's our
Yeah.
people.
Okay.
The crazy
Shout out
part,
to Gene Parker.
the crazy part, Coline, when people call for their birthday, they say, I want my name on the cake, please.
Do you guys do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they buy tickets to the show.
I love that.
And then if
and
they,
Tell them more than just on the cake. Tell them.
And they picture go on the flyer as well, and we promote them as well, celebrating their birthday with Comedy Block Party and Christmas.
Every month.
Are those the people that sit in the very front?
They're all over.
They all over.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all over.
Those are VIP seats.
That's what I was.
You just can't have a birthday and get a VIP seat.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are special VIP seats. Okay.
No, not special. They paid for a bottle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I always wonder about those seats in the front.
So like some rows after every show, those people pay for that row in advance for every show.
Wow.
All 17 seats.
Wow.
And the VIP tables, 5 tables are already paid in advance already.
Every show.
And what do you do to promote the show, Sean? Because it sounds like you're the one that's always the most stressed.
It's very stressful. It's social media. When you go places with Chris or different venues, you have to have your brand on and marketing your brand. Mm-hmm. And when I go to the places with Chris, I'm usually standing off in the cut and somebody comes say to me, "Oh man, when is your next show? Man, I see y'all killing it over there. Man, what's going on?"
And it's easier than passing out cards to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wears the cup. They go, "Oh, you're Sean Elliott. Yeah. Oh, that's Derek Elliott." Like their names are like, it's almost like seeing Tupac. Like they heard of him.
Yeah.
You guys are the Elliott Brothers. Yeah. And so now they want to. Then they know that our shows aren't regular shows. So the fact that now they get to talk to Sean and Derek and find out how they can bring their office, their boss's birthday, their birthday, they just want to come celebrate because it's a different show. You know what I mean? It's not like any comedy show in the world.
Now, if comics watching want to get on your show, what's the process? How do they go about it?
It's usually, you got to be recommended.
Okay.
Like, you just can't, we ain't watching no tapes. It's usually like somebody says, "Yo, you got to check out this dude named Darius. He's hysterical." Or when I'm out at the comedy store, when I'm still in the streets, right? I'm still in these comedy streets. So I'll meet a young guy. He goes, "You're going to be in the belly room. I know you're in the main room. I'll be in the belly room in 7 minutes. Can you come watch it?" I'll come watch and I'll go.
I love how you're about.
But you keep it up, young man.
I was literally about to be like, I love how you supporting.
Let me tell you, Coline, when we started the entity of Comedy Block Party from Chris, from 2014, wherever he went, if he went to Ontario, I was there, building the brand every night. He said, "I got to introduce you to all the people that you need to meet."
Irvine, Long Beach.
No matter where he was, I was there every night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Building the brand.
And then do you guys both stay in Inglewood?
No. We both live in the valley.
God no. God no.
Oh, you're right, guys. Okay. Okay. And then how far in advance do you know who's on your show lineup?
We already know like now for March.
We don't, and we didn't have for April.
Yeah.
April, do you know who will be airing in, April and May?
We don't know.
No, we haven't talked about May.
The easier.
Okay, April.
So we always have a name person, right? Because we argue about it all the time, but we kind of have to because these are working class people.
Yeah.
And if they're gonna be late for work or stay out, it's got to be somebody a little special for them to see. So we've tried, and we still try to do a regular show with just people that we see on these regular shows, but we always have to have something a little bit enticing, some more enticing. That's why we have the Deion Coles, the Tiffany's, and blah blah blah. And so those are usually our later bookings. The other people are great. The first 3 or 4 are easy.
Yeah, of course.
Because these other people are working. Now, sometimes we get them early if they say, "I can't do March, but put me for April."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So in April, we want May?
I just want April.
We have Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, guys. You heard it here first.
I'm sorry. Eddie Johnson.
Eddie Johnson. That's
So
guys, Eddie Johnson's in the building in April because I'm trying to think of the release schedule. So I'm trying to see. So right now you guys have Donnell Rawlings coming out in February. Rawlings.
Yeah.
And then you have March.
March.
Who you guys have coming out?
We haven't
to
decided.
be determined.
Yeah.
To be determined. But in April we have Eddie
Johnson.
Eddie
for sure.
Johnson for sure, guys. Come out to Comedy Block
Gotta
Party.
see Eddie.
Follow
Looks
Derek
just like Eddie
Elliott,
Murphy.
Sean Elliott, the Elliott Brothers, and host Chris Spencer. Yeah, and it's a real family environment. At the end, everyone gets up on stage. Well, is the whole everyone?
Not everyone. We got security.
Yeah.
But usually the family and
It
friends.
don't feel like security up there.
It's the family and friends
They
of the
there.
birthday people. Oh, they
Okay.
there.
Yeah, they there. The
We even got
They
more
are there?
security now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they there.
I know I walked up on stage, but I think Derek was
That's
there.
because you and your family are so pretty.
Yeah.
I don't mean to brag, but anywhere me and my brothers go, we get in and we get free drinks. Girls be throwing their drawers at them. We get it, lady.
You know what's the funniest part, Colleen? I'm gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I be out without Chris, people just come up to me and talk to me, and I'll be like, "Who is this?" I'll be looking around. Who am I talking to? They be like, "Sean, man, you and Chris, them and your brother, them, y'all killing it." I'll be like, "Who the heck
people
is
know
this?"
them.
I'll be like, "Who is this?" I'll be like, "Oh, okay." They be like, "Here go my phone number." I'll be like, "Okay." And the thing about
How
Chris,
does that make you feel? Like
you know what? I am humbled and grateful that us three is back together and we're keeping Junior legacy alive through laughter because it's all about him. That's why you see his logo, his picture on our logo, that stands out. And the thing with us is brotherly and his family. No one is no bigger building this brand higher
Yeah.
because we right here.
Yeah.
And it's just a bonus to have our brother with us full time now, outside of other works that he do.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love the bonding and the brother. And I'm sure you and Derek, you guys don't have the brotherly conversations until Krista. I'm messing with the Waynes. It's not funny. It wasn't
No.
funny. It was,
We
I should let you do one more beat and then you would have got to the joke. I'm sorry.
we
you guys never do that. You guys
No.
should do that.
Chris, step out. We're talking about family.
I'm gonna tell you what we do. We be on the phone for hours at a time. All of us be on the phone. Me, Derek, Chris, we'll be on the phone for an hour or two, coming up different ideas, different things. We might have disagreements here and there, but it's all love. We have to make it to the middle point, and then we all agree on what to do next. Yeah.
Well, I know one thing for sure with siblings is every once in a while there's a beef that breaks out, and then usually siblings start rallying other siblings to take a side. Has that ever happened?
We don't do
you
that.
guys never
No.
beefed and then said, "Hey, this is what happened." No.
Nope, none of that.
We old.
Yeah, none of that.
We just say, Sean, you right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because I tell them, because I make sure we run this like a well-driven truck.
Okay.
Because Derek has other things going on. Chris have a lot of other things going on. So I'm the one that's watching everything, making sure it's right, letting them know who on board, who not on board, this and that. So we got to treat it as this Fortune 500 company to let people know we are a force to be reckoned with.
You guys
And
are.
we're here to stay.
You guys
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much for feeding me this bologna sandwich.
I need you to take another bite.
You only took a little baby
Oh,
bite
I
yourself.
love mine.
Yeah, let's take a. Come on, let's close out with a bite.
I can't do it.
Come on.
Whoa.
I'm going to do it like you with the front teeth.
Peace out, guys. Thanks for tuning in and keep up with Comedy Block Party anywhere on socials. Where? Oh, you chewing your bologna sandwich? Come on, Chris, help
So
him
I
out.
have my own private one, which is not private, but my own personal, which is at The Real Chris Spencer. And then we have at Comedy Block Party, ENT.
No.
He's butchering
using
it.
it. He
This is
using-
why Sean
That's
is.
the .com. That's the
He using the web link. So
Okay.
Sorry.
the website is Comedy Block Party, ENT.com, and the IG is at comedy_block_party, and then you have D Elliott Business, BIZNESS.
Got it. All right, guys. Peace out.